Pritchard. Romeo.
All right. Good morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you and your time more than you could ever know. Woo! Deep breath. Boston Celtics basketball is back, baby. NBA kickoff preseason tonight. Normally, I would wait a few more hours till the morning to make this video. Pointless. Sleep is going to be difficult after that. Preseason, they say. Woo-wee, what a game. To those of you that missed it, excuse me, definitely go watch it. Excellent, excellent game by the Orlando Magic and Boston Celtics. Fans back in the stadium, the arena. It was just a different vibe, guys. It was so refreshing. It was so awesome to see. I mean, it's something that we have missed through this whole pandemic that's been going on. So basically, I took a bunch of notes. Going to go over some of my game notes, some of the different lineups, and then at the end, some of my takeaways. Starting right off the bat, final score. Boston Celtics, 98. Orlando Magic, 97. Game-winning three, Romeo Langford, as you've seen in the intro. Peyton Pritchard, well, basically Romeo saves it, kicks it to Pritchard. Pritchard fakes, kicks it to Romeo. Romeo hits a huge three after, I think, the play before that or two, he had turned the ball over on a cross-court pass. So it was just, especially for Romeo, man, you got to feel good for the kid. So right out the gate, starting lineups, and Ime told us, don't read too much into it, so we won't. But starting lineup, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Juancho, and Rob Williams. Juancho obviously being the surprise there, but we'll get to him because I was actually pleasantly surprised by what I seen from Mr. Hernan Gomez. But substitutions, pretty much the first one came in right around the 6-minute mark, I believe, and you had Al, Dennis Schroeder, and Jay Rich come in. Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown stayed on. A few minutes later, several minutes later, you had Nesmith and Payton come in for Smart and Brown. So you pretty much seen those three lineups in the first. Second quarter, it started with Payton, Tatum, Nesmith, Schroeder, and Rob. And then pretty much every minute and a half to 2 minutes, substitution started. Smart for Schroeder, Juancho for Nesmith, Brown, Al, Richardson, etc. Third quarter started off, same starters that began the game. Grant Williams got his first action of the game in the third. And fourth quarter, Ennis and Romeo got their first action of the game. Takeaways by quarter. First quarter started off right out the gates. Rob Williams getting a block. Then you come right down, and I believe our first basket of the game was Jaylen Brown, penetrate drive, kicking it out to Tatum. Tatum Smart bouncing it back and forth between each other before Tatum actually hits the three. The hustle, man, great hustle, great energy to start the game. Marcus Smart, back-to-back turnovers. Calm it down, brother. It's all good. First game of the season. But his defense, diving all around, doing Marcus Smart things. Jaylen Brown, Lord have mercy. I want to say he had 14 of our first 17 points. I mean, the dude was on fire. He had 20 points before half. Now I'll get to the game leaders at the end, but obviously Jaylen Brown was the leading scorer. Some other things from the first. What did I say? Oh, man. After Jaylen Brown, you got Al and Dennis Schroeder. Man, Dennis Schroeder is sharp. That pick and roll, his passing, the pesky little defense, full court, his speed. Schroeder, man, what a signing, what a steal that was. He's gonna be really good. I loved what I seen. And people are so right. The way he looks and moves, he really does look like Rajon Rondo. He reminds me so much of him. I was very impressed by him. Al Horford on the court coaching. You would see anytime guys were out of position, Al was immediately telling them where they should be. I mean, I just loved what I seen from him. Josh Richardson struggled. He's somebody I'm really big on. He did struggle throughout. He did make some defensive plays. I did like what I seen from him on the defensive end. Moving into the second quarter, at the end of the first quarter, the Celtics were up 21-20. Moving into the second, I seen our first reckless closeout of the season. Each one more on Jason Tatum, 3-point play. Tatum started off cold. I believe he had several misses. Orlando actually hit us with a 14-5 run at one point. You had Josh Richardson versus Wendell Carter for, a little, nothing serious, a little foul under the basket on a Wendell layup. Late 11-2 run by the Celtics. Brown, like I said, 20 points at half. Tatum, 11 points at half. Going into the third quarter, Tatum started cooking. Nearly ended Wendell Carter's career with that baseline dunk, and then literally comes back the next play, strips Wendell, and then Jaylen Brown goes down and does a power layup over him. Tatum actually really started to cook in that third quarter. Like I said, Grant Williams came in, and I liked what I seen from Grant, all things considered, hitting some open threes. He had an immediate strip when he came in. Fourth quarter, going in 76-71, Orlando had the lead. They also had the lead 52-50 at half. So going into the fourth, not really too many, takeaways to begin the quarter. And Enes Kanter blowing kisses, the Jay, Smart, Rob all done for the night. But towards the end, man, that final lineup, you had Schroeder, Peyton, Grant, Josh Richardson, and Al. Was it? No. And then obviously Ennis, Romeo came in. So it was what? Ennis, Romeo, Peyton, Josh Richardson, and Al Horford. No, Al Horford wasn't out. Shit. Whoever was out there to end the game, guys. Hell of a run. Basically, it was a Nesmith and Pritchard show. Nesmith, his hustle, his ability to hit the three. He was so clutch tonight. And then obviously Pritchard, that bomb. But then the play of the game, guys, 13 seconds left. Romeo Langford tipping it to Peyton Pritchard while going out of bounds, coming back in, getting the ball back from Peyton and hitting the basically the game-winning three, the three that put us up by one after trailing pretty much throughout. Game leaders. Points, Jaylen Brown with 25. Like I said, 20 of them in the first. The man was on fire to start the game. Jason Tatum with 9 rebounds leading, and Peyton Pritchard with 5 assists. Like I said, Celtics victory 98-97. So some takeaways I had. We'll start with Jaylen Brown, guys, just because of how dominant he was. He was unstoppable to start the game. There was a point I think he was like 6 for 10 shooting. He was just strong, aggressive. I loved what I seen from him. He clearly looks, every year this guy takes a step, and it clearly seems like he's getting ready to take another one, which, I mean, where is he going now? I mean, we're talking about perennial all-star into a potential all-NBA team. I mean, where does he go? But he looked great. Jason Tatum, obviously, is Tatum. Kind of, started off had some cold sports throughout, but that third quarter, man, he was cooking. Made that huge baseline dunk. He had another play where he put this move, I believe, on each one more under the baseline with, I think, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Man, he was Jason Tatum. Brown and Tatum are Brown and Tatum. What do you really need me to say about those two? Marcus Smart, I thought he struggled a little bit. He was excited to start the game. He kind of started to settle in as the game went on, made Marcus Smart plays. You know what I mean? As far as hustle, defense. Al Horford, loved what I seen from him. His communication, his leadership stood out for me. All over the place, doing a little bit of everything. Rob Williams, he had those moments where he seemed a little off. He did. He did, I think, have 2, maybe 3 blocks. But Rob's one of those guys that he could potentially come out the next game and do something incredible. He's a guy that will have those moments, you know what I mean? It might not always be the most consistent, like, wow, that was, but when he's on, when he's in his rhythm, I mean, he'll be one of the best in the game. Dennis Schroeder, sharp, quick, his playmaking ability, the pick and roll. I loved what I seen. His on-ball defense, full court press, being a pest. Very excited about Dennis Schroeder. Juancho, I loved what I seen from him, man. The size, the hustle, the energy all over the place. He can also shoot. I just like the fact, guys, that when we went to the bench this year, you're bringing in, the Jay Riches. I don't think Juancho will end up a starter, but to be able to bring in a guy like him and then Neesmith and Payton, I mean, we are bringing in some real quality NBA players that, as you could see tonight, man, they will make an impact. And if they play the roles that they are supposed to, man, I'm telling you, it could be something special. Grant Williams, like I said, like what I've seen from him, came in at the third quarter, knocking down his threes, got a steal. Josh Richardson, he's somebody, like I said, I am a little higher on. He did struggle tonight. I don't even think he scored his first points until the fourth quarter. I don't even know what he finished. Did he finish the game with 2 points, 4 points, something like that? But some other takeaways I had early on, like I said, was the fans. It was absolutely incredible. The environment, it did not feel like a preseason game at all. The energy, just when we started to mount that comeback in the fourth quarter, it was just, you could feel it pulsating, you know what I mean, through the television. It was just so refreshing, guys. After, it is kind of cool being able to hear everything on the court, hear them communicate, you know what I mean? But there's nothing like the fans, guys. So that was awesome. That's really it for my notes. This is preseason, guys. It's not something that we need to really overreact, underreact. Oh my God, don't panic anything. A win is a win, so we are going to celebrate it. We'll celebrate what we've seen. Turnovers, playing a little erratic at times, those are things that'll sort themselves out as the game and experience goes on. You know what I mean? I'm not nervous or worried about Rob or, Marcus Smart or any of those guys, and I'm not overreacting because, Schroeder and Juancho and Grant, it is what it is. I love what I've seen. I love the fact that we went and beat Orlando, because we should be beating Orlando regardless of preseason or not. Very excited. Apologies. I know this video might be a little off schedule for me. I could not wait. I got to go find something to do with the rest of my night after that. See us rise again. Boston Celtics, big win. First win of the season. Congratulations to Ime, Jags to Riches, James Peters. Go check out some other people right now. My guy Evan from Guy Boston always goes live after the games. Beast Move Entertainment, he was live during the game. Adam Taylor, John Corrales, Tomas K. Go check out all these other creators, guys. They are some incredible individuals who are talented beyond, you could imagine. There's so much to this process that goes into these videos, the editing, everything, and I can't speak highly enough about those gentlemen. So, again, I appreciate your time more than you will ever know. Get home safely tonight. Like and subscribe. James Peters, Jags to Riches. Thank you.